everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Marya Shakil. A sharp political debate on linguistic identities has historically created a divide between the north and the south of the country, becoming regular political flashpoints, mostly ahead of elections. Today is Hindi Diwas, a language spoken by over 40% of the country, but the celebration has kick-started a controversy in the poll-bound state of Karnataka, where the opposition has accused the BJP of Hindi imposition. The JDS leader and former Karnataka Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy wrote a letter to Karnataka Chief Minister Prasad Gowda on Monday urging the state government not to celebrate Hindi Diwas by utilizing taxpayer money. He said it holds no meaning for those whose mother tongue is not Hindi. The union government on multiple occasions has argued that the promotion of Hindi is not taking place at the cost of local languages. But the notion of linguistic pride has been central to the politics of many southern parties, where there is a regular pushback against Hindi. So is this outrage purely to make a political point? We'll pose a lot of questions to our guests who will be joining me shortly, but first, here's what happened today.
Official language, linked language, thread of national unity, and the mother tongue that has brought India special honour globally. Just some of the tags given to Hindi today. Even as anti-Hindi, pro-Kannada groups in Karnataka protest amid allegations of forced imposition and suppression of local languages, giving Hindi Diwas a big political dimension. With some pot shots against the language and its users, turning the flashpoint ugly.
India is already united. Now they are going to dismantle India. All the people who are selling Pani Puri, they are North Indians. Pani Puri and Pan Beda, it is their culture. You see, we are Karnataka people, self-pride people. We are here, we are earning, we are learning.
Celebrating Hindi Diwas is nothing wrong. We should celebrate. We should encourage the usage of many more languages. That is the way forward, and at the same time, we should not compromise when it comes to our language.
हम सब ने पूरे देशवासियों ने संकल्प लेने की जरूरत है.
In his address at the All India Official Language Conference to celebrate Hindi Diwas, Home Minister Amit Shah focused on the importance of both Hindi and local languages in nation building and a new India.
और हमारी हिंदी ये हमारे सांस्कृतिक धारा प्रवाह का प्राण है. हमारी संस्कृति को, हमारे इतिहास को और आने अनेक पीढ़ियों से हमारा जो साहित्य सर्जन हुआ है, इसकी आत्मा को अगर समझना है तो राजभाषा को सीखना ही पड़ेगा.
Opposition to what's been termed Hindi imposition in non-Hindi speaking states dates back to the 1930s, with leaders over the years lashing out on alleged language chauvinism and Hindi hegemony. In Karnataka, the issue has assumed political proportions more over the last 5 years. Hindi versus non-Hindi, north versus south, and the like. Chief Minister Bommai today assured a Kannada language law soon.
ಇವತ್ತು ಕನ್ನಡ ಬಳಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾನೂನನ್ನೇ ತರ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಇದೇ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಧಾನಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡವನ್ನ ಕಾನೂನಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿ ಕಡ್ಡಾಯ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು ಪ್ರಥಮ ಬಾರಿ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ.
In the present political climate, Hindi Diwas turns into a polarization tool. Appreciating the brilliance of the language and its masters turns almost secondary.
So is there imposition or a narrative which is being built that there is imposition without any such fear? Let me bring in the guests. Vivek Subbareddy is BJP Karnataka spokesperson. Abdul Raza Khan is a political analyst and also a JDS sympathizer. We also have Salim Dharan, who is the DMK spokesperson. Professor Badri Narayan is an author, historian. Professor Badri Narayan, I'm going to begin with you. India is one nation with many languages. There is no imposition visibly. Nobody is being coerced. No language forced. Then why is it becoming fashionable to make it about Hindi versus other languages? A debate which is kick-started by politicians almost regularly.
actually, you are very right. It's a very political issue. Hindi is expanding not because of the power, not because of the state. It's expanding because of the case. It's expanding because of the various kinds of interactions which are happening in India. So it's spreading because of the film, it's the Bollywood, and not only here, all over the world. Hindi is expanding or developing because of Bollywood also, even in Northeast, everywhere. So power is not main issue, and because of not because of the power, Hindi is expanding and disseminating.
No, but now we are seeing, if you look at the kind of cinema that has been generated and created by the Tamil cinema or the Telugu cinema, the stars are much bigger than Bollywood right now. They are much more popular on multiple OTT platforms. So I think this entire debate is almost like a forced debate, more political in nature rather than any truth around it. I would say it's manufactured. Mr. Razak, what is this Pani Puri language of a JDS leader? Why demean Hindi speakers and those from Hindi speaking states?
There is nothing demeaning here, Marya. It is the way how you understand it. The union government is not here to unite the country on language, but instead they are dividing the north from the south. Kannada is not just a language for us, it is a way of life. Kannada, we only, not only just read, write, speak, but we breathe Kannada.
Yes.
We feel proud calling ourselves a Kannadiga. We cannot let any other language.
So you will demean others by saying that they are Pani Puri sellers and hence they are trying to, trying to impose on, Kannadigas. How is it? If they are earning their livelihood, how is there a cultural push?
Mr. Ibrahim's words are not to demean or discourage the Pani Puri or Panbida sellers. It is a direction towards the central government. What is it up to? It is actually a question to the government. These people are the ones who said Ek Nishan, Ek Pradhan, Ek Desh, Ek Nishan. So these are the ones who don't unite on the national flag. These are the people, the same Karnataka cabinet minister who said he wants to raise a saffron flag on Red Fort. These are the people who do not unite on the national flag. Today you are speaking about uniting India on a language. I am saying these are just election propaganda. These are just, the jumlas of the BJP. They are not trying to unite on language, but they are dividing us.
But who started this entire debate this time? It has been started by H.D. Kumaraswamy.
See, it all started from Ajay Devgan and Kicha Sudeep.
Yes.
From then it went on and on and on. The BJP wants to pick up things from where they can do some election propaganda. These are the people I am telling you who are famous for jumlas.
I am really shocked and surprised by the manner in which a political party is reacting. I think Abdul Razak must understand that none of the languages are threatened here. The issue is that there is a Hindi Diwas which is being celebrated in North India. Now the ethos of Karnataka is all embracing. It has the spirit. Karnataka is unique in the whole nation. It has the spirit to embrace every language, every ethnicity, every religion, and every region of India. Bangalore has representatives from the whole of India. It captures the best part of India.
Okay, then Mr. Reddy, did Mr. Bommai, did your Chief Minister make today's announcement for the law to make Kannada legally mandatory in the State Assembly as a reaction to the JDS and Congress Party's criticism?
Not at all. Look at the national education policy. Forget Karnataka's policy towards Kannada. Look at the national education policy. It retains the nativity of language as the utmost priority in the policy of the nation, in the education policy of the nation. The nativity of the language, its rich culture, and the richness of language is one of the highlights of the national education policy. Therefore, it is the policy of the central government and it is the policy of the state government to conserve our native language Kannada in its richest and purest form. And that is what the state government is doing. There is no reaction. The problem here is Janata Dal is prone to flogging dead horses during the election because the election is coming. For 4 years, they were never bothered about Hindi Diwas. But the election year's Hindi Diwas has really raised a lot of questions for them. But the point is that what is being lost sight of is that Karnataka is a state which embraces every language. Which
Yes,
speaks to the richness of every
then,
language.
why,
While
Mr.
preserving-
Razak, should Hindi Divas not be embraced, I would say, as more of a sign of diversity? Unity in diversity. That's the beauty of India.
Okay, India. Marya, I would like to tell you, as a child, I grew up seeing this in Doordarshan. You know, Pandit Vinay Chandra Modgalya ji has written very beautiful phrases those days. It used to come on Doordarshan. It says, Hind desh ke nivasi sabhi jan ek hain, rang roop vesh bhasha chahe anek hain. The ethos, the phrase, the caption of this country is unity in diversity. They
Then why
may
are
be
you
diverse,
objecting
you
in
know,
the
we
Divas?
may see religion, race, creed, people. Sir, when you're saying that there are many people representing, representing many other languages, this thing, Bangalore is a home for many people from across the world. So why don't you celebrate English Divas? When have we celebrated Kannada Divas that we are welcoming Hindi Divas? Come on, sir, being a Kannadiga, you should answer that we should first celebrate Kannada Divas. When is BJP state government celebrating Kannada Divas?
Has been celebrated for almost a month in Karnataka.
That is the
If not
state
2
day.
months.
That is
Karnataka, Kannada
Rajyotsava. Rajyotsava is Rajyada Utsava. Sir,
Right,
Rajyada
but it also
Utsava, that is
celebrates
not
Kannada.
language.
It
Please,
also
please, let me
celebrates
tell you in
Kannada. It
Kannada.
celebrates
Vivek,
the
my
state of
best
Kannada.
friend. Vivek ji,
What
my
is
best
Another
Kannada
friend, let me
state
tell
where
you,
this
Rajyada
entire
Utsava,
debate is
language
being
and culture of
manufactured, I would
festival of the
say,
state.
is also Tamil Nadu. Let me bring in the DMK spokesperson now. Is this politics going overboard? Mr. Salem, I'm going to ask this question. Are parties like yours manufacturing this imposition crisis because it suits you politically?
Absolutely not. See, the whole Pandora box was opened by the Honorable Home Minister of India when he said the Hindi should be the official language in governmental offices. He also said Hindi is the Rajbhasha and everyone should learn Hindi. That's when the problem started. DMK per se is not against the Hindi language, but we are against imposition of Hindi, that everyone should learn Hindi. With this imposition and Hindi Day and so on and so forth, India is becoming Hindified. That's our problem. There is no Rajbhasha in India. Less than 50% of the people have Hindi as a mother tongue.
But the Prime Minister has called Tamil culture eternal and global, even talking about its importance in the United Nations. Is the opposition to Hindi Divas just petty politics then?
See, agreed, but mere rhetoric has to translate into some policy action, right? Look at the amount of money that's been allocated for Hindi and Sanskrit and the money that's allocated for Tamil. See, the main problem with Hindi Divas is this. Why not then Tamil Divas? Why not Kannada Divas? Why not Bengal Divas? It makes Hindi superior and other regional language inferior. That's the problem. We see all languages equal. I have pride in Tamil, but I don't disrespect other languages. But at the same time, why the superiority? That's the problem. As I again say, we are only against Hindi imposition. As Arnya Ranna, leader, said, why have a big door for a big dog and a small door for a small dog? When English can be the link language, and everyone will learn their mother tongue and have English to communicate with other parts of India or the world, then what is the problem?
So you are of the opinion that English should continue to be the link language. You don't have issues with English being the dominant language, but you think there is hegemony of Hindi.
Yes, because see, when 40% of the people have, less than 40% of people have Hindi as a mother tongue, but when you impose Hindi, what happens is people who have Hindi as a native language will start dominating. That's the problem. This was also recorded in the parliament by Arnya Ranna, right? So for us, Hindi is same as English. As simple as that.
Okay. Then, Mr. Reddy, given that the BJP is aiming to expand its base in the south, is setting a Divas aside for Hindi almost counterproductive now?
I think the sort of narrow-mindedness with which the other political parties are looking at this problem or trying to create ghosts out of nothing, I think people will see through. It's so apparent. The DS spokesperson was eloquently talking about the problem of Hindi imposition. But the DMK politicians, including their chief minister, has schools which run on CBSE Hindi syllabus. and Hindi is the primary language in CBSE syllabus. And they happily commercially exploit education. Commercially exploit education, so long as whether it is Hindi or whatever, and they don't talk about imposition when they are commercially exploiting and squeezing money out of educational institutions. But the problem comes they cannot preach when they cannot follow what they preach. That's the problem here. So long as it is commercially exploitative, they have fun and make money. But so long as it is politically inexpedient, they have these two faces. That's the sort of politics that we are seeing here with respect to Hindi Diwas. The richness of Tamil is being celebrated throughout the world and in Tamil Nadu specifically. The richness of Kannada is being celebrated in Karnataka and throughout the world. Basava's statue is erected in London, one of the greatest poets and saints of Karnataka. So even the great saints of Tamil Nadu, their statues are being erected in various parts of the world. Why do people celebrate philosophers or saints of a certain region? Because of the richness of culture and the greatness of these souls. Well, let us look at this spirit. This is the spirit Karnataka has, Tamil Nadu has. And
let me get a reaction on that from both Salim and Abdul Razak. Abdul Razak, first to you. Why should it be seen as a threat language?
Firstly, Marya, I don't see any difference between Hindi and English. It is also a language. This is also a language. We are a union of 567 princely states who have very different, cultures, communities, cuisines. So I'm saying we have varied differences. We have varied, diversities, but still we are one as a country. Now let me tell you, whatever may be the difference, there would not be any compromise when it comes to our state's culture. You cannot impose or force any other language on us, and we would feel that as injustice. We would do all that it takes to stop this Diwas. If English is such a good language, why can't we celebrate English Diwas? Why only Hindi Diwas?
Okay, so let's have an English Diwas as well. Vivek Reddy?
Each and every court.
That's taking unity and diversity to a next level. Let's have an English Diwas.
I think you must look at this from the spirit of a White House which celebrates Diwali. Why does it do it? It's an alien nation. It's in USA. There may be so many expats in USA, but still it takes the extra yard to celebrate the Indian Festival of Lights.
Okay.
I think from this sentiment, from this beautiful spirit
you're going somewhere else,
sharing a festival with another country, if they can share it with another country, can't you share
Mr. Salim, why make it a political flashpoint between North and South every now and then?
See, I'd like to also go back to the previous statement when he said why certain schools have Hindi. As I again said, Tamil Nadu is not against Hindi, but we're only against Hindi imposition. Many schools or most schools have Hindi as a second language or third language in Tamil Nadu. None of the DMK governments have been against it. We are only against making Hindi compulsory or forcing Hindi upon us. And another reason why I'm saying English should be the link languages. Every school in India at least have English as a second language. But can you say the same for Hindi? No. There are many schools which does not have. Maybe go to Northeast or go to remote parts of Orissa. They don't have Hindi as second language, third language. And with English, you can also communicate to the rest of the world. Even in European Union, where less than 2% had, continental Europe had.
No, but you're talking
English
about
as a mother
it being
tongue,
a language of mobility. It being a language of mobility. People get jobs. It's more of aspiration.
And again,
but similarly,
I also want to go and say, see, in white collar jobs, be it in Gurgaon or be it in Mumbai, be it in Hyderabad, Tamil Nadu, the language is English.
I have just enough time for Professor Badri Narayan, and I have 30 seconds for you. What do other languages have to fear from Hindi?
No, just I want to extend what you said, that this is language of mobility, because migrants are migrating to different part of India, and they are going with the Hindi, and slowly they are influencing making their own sphere in those destinations. So because of migration also, Hindi is growing. So but anti-Hindi consciousness and anti-Hindi mobilization is a very political mobilization, and it's the politics has many regions to appearing in this way. So language versus language is not a good way to do politics. There are other ways to do politics, and politicians should do by that. because language always empower you. If you are multilingual,
learn more languages.
It's your power.
Learn more languages, and that's what defines an individual. More skill sets, more languages. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Reddy, Mr. Raza Khan, Salim, and Professor Badri Narayan. Breaking news coming in now. CNN News 18 has exclusively accessed the explosive charge sheet of the Enforcement Directorate, which lays out the connection of Sukesh Chandrasekhar, the con man, with celebrities. The most stunning revelation from this charge sheet is the high life he was living inside the prison and how the officials in Tihar jail facilitated the entire process. Let's show you the celebrities who visited him inside Tihar jail. Nikita Tamboli, who primarily worked in Telugu cinema, Tamil cinema, and also on Hindi television. She has participated in reality shows such as Big Boss 14, where she emerged as second runner-up, and also Fear Factor, Khatron Ke Khiladi. Sukesh Chandrasekhar was introduced by Pinky Irani as a producer named Shekhar. She met Sukesh Chandrasekhar twice. That is, Nikita Tamboli met Sukesh Chandrasekhar, the con man, twice inside Tihar jail. In the year 2018, Pinky Irani received 10 lakh in cash to arrange this meeting. This Tamboli, the actor, received over 3 lakh and a Gucci bag. A BMW picked up Tamboli from airport and brought her to Tihar jail. Then there is Chahat Khanna, the second actor, who has been named in the charge sheet, and these are 3 actors, details of which has been accessed by CNN News 18. All 3 actors met Sukesh Chandrasekhar, conman, inside Tihar jail. Chahat, remember, made her first on-screen appearance in 2002 by featuring in the TV commercial advertisement Cadbury's. Sukesh Chandrasekhar was introduced by Pinky Irani. She was almost the middle woman or middle man here as Shekhar Reddy. Pinky Irani claimed Sukesh owned a South Indian channel. She met Sukesh Chandrasekhar inside Tihar jail in May 2018. Khanna was gifted a Versace watch and 2 lakh rupees in cash. Khanna was brought to Tihar jail in a BMW. She was advised to hide her face from CCTV cameras. Khanna did not undergo any checking at Tihar jail, and that is the question that is being asked. How did he enjoy such high-profile lifestyle inside Tihar jail, a high-security prison? And Chahat Khanna was escorted by jail officials, even more shameful, and Unitech Sanjay Chandra. Then the third actor, Sophia Singh, who came to limelight through her shows Ae Kaash Ke Hum and 22 Days in 2018 and 2020. Again, same was introduced by Pinky Irani to Sukesh Chandrasekhar, and the name that Sukesh Chandrasekhar had then was Shekhar Reddy. She met Sukesh Chandrasekhar twice inside Tihar jail. Also in the same year as 2018, she received 3 lakhs and a Louis Vuitton bag. 2 police personnel provided security inside Tihar. These are shocking details, and we are breaking this entire charge sheet into 3 parts. Then who are these actors that he chased? But these actors received expensive gifts, but they did not really travel all the way to meet him in Tihar jail. And also we have details of the high-profile lifestyle that Sukesh Chandrasekhar was living inside Tihar jail. Ashish Medici is tracking this story live, and he has accessed this charge sheet that we are breaking on air. And Yashwardhan Azad, former IPS officer. Ashish, it only gets murky and shocking and shameful with each passing day.
So certainly it's something to worry about, reason being that obviously the celebs got into the jail, but who allowed them? That's the big question, Marya. So, you know, if you go through the charge sheet of Pinky Irani, which is an old charge sheet, but the facts that have never been reported, we are reporting it now, is that these actors who are celebs in Bollywood, they were paid a few lakh rupees, and for a few lakh rupees they came inside Tihar jail to meet Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Now, the middlewoman in this case was Pinky Irani in almost all the cases, whether it is the case of Bhumi Pednekar, Sara Ali Khan, Janvi Kapoor, then we're talking about Chahat Khanna, Sophia Singh, Nikki Tamboli. You know, all these names are big names, but interestingly, at least three cases we see where these people had no hesitation in going to Tihar jail and meeting Sukesh Chandrasekhar for only for a few lakh rupees. And what is most worrying is that a BMW used to pick them from the airport. When they went to the gate number 3 of Tihar jail, they were escorted inside into an Innova, which was usually Innova of the owner of the Unitech, Sanjay Chandra. Now, interestingly, what leaves everybody perplexed is that inside the Tihar jail, a BMW 5 Series was also kept, a white color BMW, which was basically owned by Sukesh Chandrasekhar, and he used to use it for ferry guests that used to come and meet him.
And high-profile guests.
If you look at the room in which these...
Yes, we'll be breaking those details.
Yeah,
Ashish, just hold on to your thoughts.
guests.
Hold on to your thoughts. Now, the second part of this charge sheet that we have accessed. Sukesh Chandrasekhar also had dealings with Bollywood A-listers while he was inside Tihar jail. The ED charge sheet lists 3 main Bollywood A-listers. First, there is Bhumi Pednekar. Pinky Irani introduced herself as the Vice President of New Express Post. As per the charge sheet, Irani claimed Sukesh was chairman of this particular company, New Express Post. Irani said Sukesh Chandrasekhar wanted to gift her a car. What is the reason? She did not say, just he was a rich man wanting to gift her a car. Pinky Irani tried to offer Pednekar a bigger project. Sukesh tried to approach her directly by sending her messages. Bhumi Pednekar did not meet him personally and did not receive any gifts. Then there is another A-lister, Sara Ali Khan. Sukesh approached her directly and offered her a car. The charge sheet says that Sukesh Chandrasekhar introduced himself as Suraj Reddy. She accepted a Frank Muller watch, a very expensive one, and a box of chocolates. The third actor who was approached by Sukesh Chandrasekhar directly is Janvi Kapoor. She was contacted by Sukesh's wife, Leena Marya Paul. She was contacted through a talent management company. She was paid over 18 lakh for inaugurating a salon in Bengaluru. Janvi Kapoor was gifted a Christian Dior bag, and these are actors who were approached by him. Many of them received gifts, but they did not really go and meet him inside that Tihar prison. Yashwardhan Azad, the questions will be asked purely and purely as to what was really happening in this high-profile, high-security prison where this con man spends lakhs and crores and gets all the facilities, including women, actors inside his prison.
Well, it's most unfortunate that the prison security has perhaps the worst record in terms of allowing all illegal things. And Tihar is, of course, extremely famous for all this. And unfortunately, the prison administration across the country has nothing to speak good about. And I can only say that it's very, very unfortunate that the people who are at the top, who are managing these prisons, just don't give any attention to these things. Now, unfortunately, as far as the actors are concerned, you see the actors and the actresses of Bollywood, I mean, promoting any brand of anybody, going across the world under these various shell companies or various dubious producers, and they have no qualms in accepting presents. My only issue is, Marya, that some of the actresses we are trying to arraign as accused in the PMLA case, that is a wrong thing, because, you know, it's wrong to say that they would be complicit in the extortion case which Sukesh was involved in.
Yes.
Yes.
So far, only the accused in this case is Jacqueline Fernandez, who has been questioned already. And let's break the third part of this charge sheet, and I'll give the final words to Ashish Merishi then. The third part is another shocker from this ED charge sheet which we have accessed, which shows the high life of Sukesh Chandrasekhar inside Tihar jail. Sukesh kept a BMW 5 Series inside the Tihar jail for personal use. BMW 5 Series was used to ferry guests who visited him. Sukesh's high-profile room had a high-end TV set, a laptop, and also a PlayStation. His jail cell had an AC, Apple Bluetooth speaker as well. His room had a sofa, recliner, fridge. He had multiple phones, Rolex watches, and expensive bags which he gifted to all those actors who visited him. Ashish, Jacqueline Fernandez questioned for 8 hours today, and tomorrow it's Noura Fateh. But so far it's only Jacqueline who's been seen as an accused in this case, who perhaps benefited from the proceeds of crime. All these actors who received gifts from him without visiting the cell of Sukesh Chandrasekhar, have their statements been recorded as well?
So all of them have given their statement, but the biggest beneficiary as of now, which looks to be, is Jacqueline Fernandez. If you see the charge sheet by ED, it says that Jacqueline Fernandez was very much in the know that this man was a notorious character. He had his antecedents of crime, but still Jacqueline Fernandez chose to ignore it, and she got lured because of the kind of lifestyle, the kind of money that he was throwing on Jacqueline Fernandez. But ultimately, today's arguments, what I have heard from my sources in Delhi Police, also in the Economic Offences Wing, they tell us that, that was the argument that Jacqueline Fernandez was giving, that why is she only being named as an accused? Why special treatment is being given to people like Noura Fateh, who also took a BMW car for an event. But again, then there is an argument by Noura Fateh that she did not know that when she was being gifted this BMW car through a talent management company, then the company that was in the front was basically a shell company, so she had no idea. That is what her argument is. But here we are seeing not only Jacqueline Fernandez's case, there are so many cases like Jacqueline Fernandez where women have been paid and they visited Tihar jail, they visited inside the Tihar jail. So what is, because they are also ultimately beneficiary of proceeds of crime. But yes, ultimately the biggest beneficiary in this case is Jacqueline Fernandez for more than 7.25 crores, and that is why her assets have been attached.
All right, Ashish Merishi, Yashwardhan Azad, thank you so much for your time. And tomorrow is when Noura Fateh will be questioned by the Economic Offences Wing of the Delhi Police. Shifting focus to another story now, and it is another day and another jolt to the Congress party, this time from the state of Goa. 8 Congress MLAs, including former Chief Minister Digambar Kamath, joined the ruling BJP in a body blow to the opposition party, which is now left with just 3 MLAs in the 40-member assembly. The 8 MLAs joined the BJP in the presence of Chief Minister Pramod Sawant and State BJP Chief Sadanand Tanawade, who will be joining me shortly on this program. In a similar move, in July 2019, remember, 10 Congress MLAs had switched over to the BJP in Goa. The BJP now has 28 MLAs and enjoys the support of a total of 33 MLAs in the assembly. The Congress has accused the Saffron Party of using deception and manipulation to maintain power, claiming that MLAs allowed themselves to be purchased like cattle. This comes right in the middle of the Congress Party's Bharat Jodo Yatra, where Rahul Gandhi aims to energize workers ahead of 2024 general elections. This also comes on the heels of the high-profile exit of Ghulam Nabi Azad, who is on a campaign blitz in Jammu and Kashmir. There seems to be no end to the exodus as the next round of elections are around the corner. With exits from veterans, young guns and state units, the big question is, do the Gandhis have a cure for the Congress Chodo syndrome that is hurting their party? Before I get the guests, Here's what happened today.
While Rahul Gandhi is busy walking across the length and breadth of the country for his Bharat Jodo Yatra, his party is crumbling with each passing day. The latest crisis comes from Goa. 8 Congress MLAs, including former Goa Chief Minister Digambar Kamath, who led the party's campaign in the assembly elections earlier this year, and leader of opposition Michael Lobo, ditched the party to join the BJP. Congress is now left with just 3 MLAs in a house of 40.
Today the situation is the way Prime Minister is taking India forward, the way Prime Minister is creating a name for the country abroad, and the way the country is moving forward. He wants to create a new this for the country.
The mass defection is a 2019 redux for Goa Congress. 10 out of 15 MLAs had defected to the BJP then. Congress made its candidates take a loyalty vow in front of Rahul Gandhi.
देशाच्या माननीय पंतप्रधान नरेंद्र मोदीजी हांचे विजन जे आसा नवभारत निर्माण करप आणि गोयच्या विकासा खातीर ते म्हणजे सरकारात ते आयल्या तांच्यांनी सपोर्ट केला हांव तांचे सगळ्यांचे स्वागत करता.
In July this year, the party managed to stave off another defection bid and kept at least 7 MLAs. But clearly, it did last for long.
काँग्रेस पार्टी जे म्हणटा की आम्ही भारत जोडो यात्रा जी तेंच्यांनी चालू केल्ली आहा कन्याकुमारी टील काश्मीर म्हणून ती आम्ही हिंगासर आयज गोंयान सुरवात केल्ली आहा की काँग्रेस छोडो आणि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जोड़ो.
जिस प्रकार से बयान उनके आ रहे हैं, उनके दल के अंदर बहुत से एक भय जैसा एक समाज चुका है, जिसके कारण वो आज इस प्रकार की कदम उठा रहे हैं गोवा में, या कोशिश भी कर रहे होंगे कहीं और की, क्योंकि आज उनको लोगों का ध्यान भटकाना है.
The Congress has been without a permanent party president since 2019. It has been losing ground in state after state, election after election. There is an exodus of senior party leaders as well as young dynamic faces, and not to mention infighting in state units. Yet, the party is focusing all its energy on a 3,570 kilometers long Padyatra. So are Congress's priorities simply misplaced?
And let me take that question straight to the panelists. Sanju Verma, Mahima Singh, Pramod Acharya joining us. Mahima Singh, is the Congress party's priorities misplaced? You do not have your house in order.
Not at all. Our priorities are very clear. We are out on the roads of this beautiful country, re-engineering the society that the BJP has harmed in the past 8 years. And it's not any small amount of harm that the BJP has affected upon this country. There is inflation, there is unemployment, and it is at the peak of it.
Yes.
Like it has never been before. And the BJP is busy.
Why haven't you managed to communicate this, your sincerity of issues, to your own party men? Why are your own party leaders leaving you and joining your political opponents, understanding fully well that they might be doing something right which you are not?
Marya, integrity is a personal choice that each one of us makes every single day of our lives. These MLAs that have defected to the BJP, insulting the public mandate in Goa, had vowed before their respective gods during and have vowed on affidavits to the party that they remain with the party during filing their nominations also and otherwise. Yet if they choose to fail the voter who voted for them because they were Congress party candidates, it is their personal choice. Integrity has to come from, if their soul is not shaken by what the BJP is doing to the country, then God save them. Because here we are on the roads, and I'm connecting with you today when I'm at Kerala, where the Bharat Jodo Yatra is crossing from, and it is enthralling to see the numbers that come out on the streets. When one leaves, hundreds of them come. And
Sanju Verma, the point being made by the Congress party is that you are so rattled with their Bharat Jodo Yatra that you are carrying out Operation Lotus.
Marya, I have a new name for Rahul Gandhi, the proverbial ostrich, who still has his head deep under the sand and refuses to have a reality check. I will, without getting into semantics of Bharat Jodo or whether the Congress is, engaging in, Bharat Todo, that's not the moot point of the debate today. I'll quickly come to Goa. Let's be very clear, even in the last assembly elections, I have to concede the Congress had won 17 seats and we had only 13 seats, Marya. But the Congress could not form a government, and that is when the BJP cobbled up alliance partners and, became the single largest party to form the government. And the Congress, I remember, cried foul, saying BJP has formed the government in Goa through a backdoor entry. So far, so good. I want to ask a simple question. Ahead of the Goa Assembly polls earlier this year, I clearly remember every congressman worth his salt screaming from the rooftop saying this time, because of non-performance, Pramod Sawant will see, the Congress is going to come back and Pramod Sawant will have a shoddy exit. And lo behold, we actually improved our vote share from last elections from 32.5 to 33.5. We increased the number of seats from 13 to 20. The Congress saw its vote share down from 28% to 23% and the seat count down from 17 to 11. I just want to ask the Congress, despite having the advantage of anti-incumbency, which you thought would work against the BJP, why is it that you failed to cobble up the numbers? You had, Marya, she had enough time. I'll just take 20 seconds more. Please look at the kind of people who have left today. These 8 MLAs, are veterans. You have the ex-Chief Minister, Digambar Kamath, leaving. You have the ex-LOP, Michael Lobo, leaving. In 2019, the alarm bells had started ringing when the then LOP of the Congress party in the Goa Assembly, Chandrakant Kavlekar, resigned, saying he's not getting access to the top Gandhi leadership.
Michael Lobo was with the BJP just 15 days before he filed the nomination papers and he joined the Congress party. So, that is the nature of politics in Goa. We have seen that there is no ideology per se that defines these individuals or MLAs. Point being made by Sanju there, Mahima Singh, that, the BJP knows not only how to win elections, they know also how to retain states. Even when you had the advantage of anti-incumbency, say even in the state of Uttarakhand, what happened? We saw the results. Now there are 2 important states. In both the states, it's a bipolar contest. Gujarat, Himachal, it's direct, Congress versus BJP in both the states. But the priority is that it will be about a Bharat Jodo Yatra, which starts in Tamil Nadu and is now in Kerala. These are states which go to polls only in 2024.
It is not about elections. Mr. Rahul Gandhi had made it very clear to everybody. It is about, which is much beyond that. It is about, the correcting the harm to the humanity that the BJP has been doing recklessly in the country. Marya, it was frivolous listening to the BJP spokesperson right now, because she is speaking about numbers and she is speaking about everything that the BJP is not. Remember in 2019, the BJP has done the same thing. The BJP, there's a case still pending in the Supreme Court. Everybody knows that. From 2019, because the BJP actually did the same. It is a pattern that the BJP follows. The BJP, 10 MLAs had defected to the BJP in 2019 in a very similar fashion. Because the BJP, the money it is looting out of the people of this country, this is their way of approaching.
Marya, now she spoke. Can I rebut, please? I don't want to interrupt her. May I please? I don't want to heckle her. May I make my point? Marya, may I rebut?
Okay. Go ahead.
May I rebut? Thank you. I don't wish to heckle her. I'm sure she'll extend the courtesy to me. The reason why I was laughing is because I actually am amused that Congress panelists have to defend the indefensible. And, when you come on national television, on Marya Shakil's program and say that you're worried about humanity, you're not worried about numbers. If you're not worried about numbers, if you're not in politics to be in power, then Rahul Gandhi should actually make a safe exit. Because let's be very clear, if you are not going to be in power, how are you even going to implement the big humanitarian changes that you supposedly want to carry out, madam? And let me be very honest, just like Marya mentioned, prior to the assembly elections in Goa, 67% of the MLAs on either side, be it BJP or be it Congress, saw an exchange from here to there and from here to there. That's not the point.
Okay.
Today, when the BJP is in power, 1 minute, Marya, look at the recent exits. Be it Hardik Patel, be it Jitin Prasada, be it Jyotiraditya Scindia, even be it Sushmita Dev, for instance. What is common to all the exits? They said that the top leadership was incommunicado. The top leadership was not accessible. Okay. Rahul Gandhi is living in an ivory tower in a la-la land of his own. And panelists from the Congress come here and give a bhashan to the BJP.
Pramod Acharya is the editor of Prudent Media. He's joining me from Panaji. Pramod Acharya, it did not really come as much of a surprise, I would say, because it was, that 8 MLAs will be leaving the party and joining the BJP was, almost in the works, and we had heard about it since Sunday. We were hearing about it. Isn't it true?
We were hearing about it from last 2 months, to be very precise, and the surprising part was there was nothing done from the Congress leadership to avert the situation. Last time when they attempted it, Dinesh Gundu Rao, the desk in charge of the Congress party, came to Goa, held a mega press conference, and he himself declared that his MLAs want to defect. And it all started with that press conference 2 months ago. The point here is, as a Goan, as a citizen, this is very disgusting and nauseating what is happening here. This is happening for the second time in last 3 years, where leader of opposition and 2/3 of the party is split and joining BJP.
That's right.
Moreover, it is very disturbing because BJP is not short of numbers. They have a comfortable majority, and yet these attempts are being made. So it's very, very sad.
Okay,
it's
Mahima,
very, very irritating.
Mahima, when Dinesh Gundu Rao can say so, almost predict it in his press conference, then why weren't efforts made by Rahul Gandhi, I would say, to ensure that his MLAs stay with the Congress? He, instead of going to Tamil Nadu, he could have also gone to Goa to ensure that that Jodo aspect could have been about his own party. Congress Jodo.
Very initially, Marya, I talked about integrity, and it is a personal choice. And those who are within them, who are thinking of betraying their people, their subjects, their party, their leaders, I don't think that, there's any way to help them. However, I was reminded of 2 things when I was listening to the BJP spokesperson. The first thing, look at the bafflement. Look at the bafflement that shows in the BJP person's laughter. This here is what
oh my God. Oh my God.
Anyway.
You refuse to see the reality staring at you. You're being booted out from one state after another. Your MLAs are leaving you. Your MLAs are leaving you, madam. You have been booted out from one state after another, and yet you come here and do this Rahul Gandhi ka bhajan. Rahul Gandhi ka bhajan is not going to win you elections. Priyanka Vadra ka bhajan is not going to win you elections. What did Hardik Patel say? Congress leaders are more worried about having a chicken sandwich rather than mingling with the ordinary Congress cadre. That is the state of your party today. Hardik Patel has exposed you thoroughly. Sushmita Dev exposed you thoroughly.
All right, Sanju Verma, Mahima Singh, Pramod Acharya, really thank your time. Thank you so much. Sadanand Tanavade is the BJP state president of Goa. He is joining me now. Mr. Tanavade, thank you so much. Many would see this almost like some kind of, coup that has happened. The Congress is saying that you, as always, have done some kind of Operation Lotus, where the BJP has used muscle and money power in breaking the Congress party.
ये जो 8 out of 11 MLA from Congress, they joined BJP.
Right.
We are not used any muscle or money power. They willingly joined Bharatiya Janata Party. Because that MLA don't have faith in Congress, central leadership as well as local leadership. The person who joined Congress, MLA, the 8 MLA, out of 8 MLA, leader of opposition of Congress, Goa, he joined Bharatiya Janata Party. Ex-Chief Minister of Congress joined Bharatiya Janata Party. Because they have faith in Bharatiya Janata Party. The way the Bharatiya Janata Party government is doing good work in India and also in Goa. So that's why they joined Bharatiya Janata Party.
Is it because of your good work, or have some promises been made? We are being told that out of the 4 who have joined, 3 will be made ministers. So what really is the promise that has been made to them?
Not a single promise has given to anybody or any commitment. Willingly they resigned. They had formed a group 2/3 majority and they joined Bharatiya Janata Party. The way Congress nowadays, the leader of opposition, Michael Lobo, who joined Bharatiya Janata Party, he was a minister in Bharatiya Janata Party in 2017 to 2022. But last minute he resigned from Bharatiya Janata Party, he joined Congress. And after joining Congress, he became the leader of opposition. Means before filing his nomination, 15 days back, he joined Congress. And after election, Congress has given him the leader of opposition. The person who is the Congress president of Bharatiya, Congress president in Goa, he joined Congress 1 month back and he became the president of Congress. So this is the situation. They don't have the leadership. They don't have the faith. The way all India Bharatiya Janata Party is doing good work. जो अंत्योदय तत्व के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी इज डूइंग ऑल ओवर इंडिया, हमारे पंतप्रधान नरेंद्र मोदी जी जिस तरह से अंत्योदय तत्व करके जिस तरह से काम कर रहे हैं, डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं, वही तरह से पिछली 3 टर्म पहले हमारे स्वर्गीय मुख्यमंत्री मनोहर पर्रिकर जी 2012, उसके बाद में 2017 और 2019 में अभी डॉक्टर प्रमोद सावंत 19 से इस गोवा के मुख्यमंत्री है. जिस तरह सेंटर से गोवा को जिस तरह से मदद मिल रही है डेवलपमेंट के लिए, वो इसके लिए इधर बहुत जो डेवलपमेंट है, इसके लिए ये लोगों ने सोच दिया कि देयर इज नो फ्यूचर इन कांग्रेस. सो दे डिसाइडेड टू जॉइन कांग्रेस, जॉइन बीजेपी. बिकॉज उनका लीडर जो है राहुल गांधी जी, वो भारत जोड़ो कर रहा है. वो तो खुद की पार्टी जोड़ नहीं पा रहा है, वो क्या जोड़ेगा भारत?
That certainly is the irony there. Thank you so much for joining us, Sadanand Tanavade there, who is the BJP state president of Goa. We are slipping into a short break. Up next, Britain continues to mourn the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. Hundreds pay their respects in London. We'll be getting you live visuals from there, so stay with us.